Hi, this is KGK Lord Bob from the Kustom gaming community online. I'm here with Michael, developer for Eternal Spirit.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi, you alright?
Yeah.
And we're just going to ask a few questions about how he found the development, what kind of lessons has been learned during development, and also the game itself, and the themes and gameplay types within the game. So Michael, I understand that you're sort of a two-man team, a single developer,
Yep.
and also your colleague who does the marketing. How have you found working in such a small team? Does it give you more flexibility?
Most definitely. So one of the best parts about kind of working in a small team is that you have complete creative control, but you still definitely want to be able to work with other people and get as much of their input and involvement in the projects as you can, because the more people you have to talk and discuss about these projects, the better the ideas actually become in the end. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, brilliant. And I was looking through the gameplay earlier on.
Yep.
It seems to me to be, I can see some definite inspirations, I think, in the style. It reminds me of some of the, not necessarily older, but slightly retro Nintendo games, maybe some of the more stylized games. Is that something which you've drawn on, or is it just that's the way it came out?
I think it might be one of those things where I get filtered in from all of the games I loved playing growing up. You know,
of course.
It's like the strong art styles you get with those sort of experiences, and primarily when I was thinking about it would be more the modern classics almost to me, which would be like Journey, a massive inspiration for that video game. A huge amount of the play style and energy that I wanted to encapsulate in it, you know, is just like, oh, how have they kind of worked with that camera? How have they made me pick up and want to play? And like a lot of that has been trying to reinforce in Eternal Spirit.
Wow.
Yeah. The
camera work one's quite an interesting thing. It's often overlooked by gamers, I think, how important the camera is, particularly when it's not, you know, a first-person game, and it almost is the narrator to the story. That's something which, to be honest, I hadn't considered really properly, particularly, you know, in this life until you said it.
100%. Like, I think for me, a lot of the adjustments that I made was cinematic. So we're currently working down at the National Film and Television School, and we have a huge amount of collaborative opportunity with a huge amount of the film students that work there. And one of the best things is like having a cinematographer come in and go, actually, this is how you want to frame that shot. And I'm like, I've never thought about it before in that way. So a lot of the readjustments that I've made were going back and tweaking, making sure that everybody had the most dynamic cinematic experience they could get with the game, especially for a narrative game where you want to be able to tell the story in a really concise, clear way that everyone can like understand, you know, get that in a good frame. Yeah.
And the story itself, I know it's a bit of a chicken and egg there, I imagine it is, but which would come first in this example, the story or the gameplay? Or do they both sort of grow together?
It's definitely, for me, it's a merger of both. I think one doesn't work without the other. So but primarily I sat down with a screenwriter, we kind of ran through the whole process of the game, what it's going to be about, what is the story that we want to tell, and we wanted to focus on, like, you know, a strong female protagonist, something that isn't hasn't really been done much before recently in kind of like a respectful way, and talk about that hero's journey, you know, that's that kind of growing up and developing as a person, and you would be in that player's shoes on that journey with her.
So you feel the same sense of achievement, not the right word perhaps, the same sense of working through the story as the player does, I suppose.
Yeah, 100%. I think what you want is it to be a player-led story. You want them to be able to pick up and go with the flow. You know, you don't want any limitations from that player's end. And you know, as well as all the feedback that we've been getting so far at EGX, it's been really, really positive. A lot of people sit down, they just go, oh yeah, that's a story that I really like hearing and playing.
Fantastic. And how have you found writing a story with a strong female lead protagonist?
Being a guy, I've gotten a lot of support from all of my female friends and like other people that I collaborate with through the school. So they've been able to tell me where I've kind of been going wrong. And
that's good. Yeah. Don't want to drop in something you don't realise you made a mistake.
There are big shoes to fill with that, and I didn't want to kind of go in and dive headfirst into myself. So yeah, they've been a great support for that.
Fantastic. Yeah. Excellent. And in terms of the development process as a whole, is this something which has been developed in Unity or some system like that, or is it entirely written from scratch?
Currently it's a Unity developed project, so it's the last version of Unity before they did their major updates, so we've been working with a lot of the kind of particle systems and things that got to go in there, like the good animation bases, and the project is as a whole kind of just like, you know, been solely developed using those tools and software. Yeah.
And you find Unity almost everyone I said speaks very highly of it. Basically,
it's a very easy to pick up piece of software. Yeah, like I think anyone that you are, anytime you like an early developer, they kind of like want to shy away from doing, because like, oh, code is scary, but it's not. You can kind of pick it up. It's my very first year of learning anything with code, and I developed the game from it, and it was a nice process.
That's a real endorsement. Yeah, brilliant. And is it currently PC only? Do you have any plans?
Currently it's PC only. I'm hoping to. We have a few dev kits back our way, and we're hoping to be able to port it over to it. We'll probably end up developing the project a lot more. There's 2 more levels to still go in.
Okay.
It might be available in the next couple of months. You know, just for people to kind of pick up and play. You know, free of charge, of course. You know, just to kind of see what the game and get more feedback for us, and then we can make the experience better for everyone to play it.
Sure. I mean, I can definitely see it working on even. I don't know what the capabilities are, but even the Nintendo Switch or something like that would be a good
fantastic.
fit. Yeah, that would be a great place for it, I think. Yeah. Cool. So, was there anything else that you'd like to, talk about the game with our viewers? About 30 seconds or a minute.
Well, primarily the game, like as I said, it's a strong female protagonist. I wanted to be able to really capture that story and the narrative that she's progressing through in the world. And my background is actually in fine art portrait painting, so I did 4 years of that. And I really hope some of those elements of like, a captivating like world and design has come into it. And yeah, like, I mean, and all of the people that I've worked with for the game, they've done an absolutely amazing job, and I can't endorse their skills more. So hopefully if you do get to see and play it, I'd love to have you come and get some feedback, and that'd be fantastic.